fans, we on the eve of the biggest pay-per-view of the year. The first pay-per-view of the year. PBC put on the test, and who passed and who didn't. Boy, the results will shock you. This is a fair use video for educational and entertainment purposes. Thank you. From the word go to the undercard, PBC put on a show. The first 3 fights on the undercard didn't leave us no doubt. Trayvon Marshall got a first round knockout in the first 30 seconds. Then you had the Magic Man get a knockout as well, and Brandon Lee also put on a stunning knockout. The video's on the page if you want to watch each one of them. I put all their knockouts on the page for you to see. But we make it to the big rounds, the big fights, and let's see how each person did. Boo Boo Andrade, first fight at 168, put on a masterclass performance. He got in there. He did what he would usually do, what he's supposed to do. He went for the knockout, but couldn't quite get it to the knockout. He traded punches. They went blow for blow. But it was basically a wash, one-sided really. Demetrius Andrade beat him every round, didn't lose one. And it came to the last 20 seconds of the fight. Demetrius Andrade tried to put the foot on the gas and get rid of him, but he didn't. But it was a great fight, a great step-up fight for Demetrius Andrade, who was fighting somebody that was 26-4 with 22 knockouts, who chose to keep his hands in his pocket when he felt Demetrius Andrade's power and seen the quickness and the hand speed. 24-0 Rashidi Ellis versus 25-1 with 24 knockouts Vila. That was the big talk and the big fight of the night. The first 8 rounds saw Rashidi Ellis putting on a masterclass performance, schooling the man all over the place, up, down, left, right, and then fatigue set in. After the 8th round, we seen Rashidi Ellis start to have problems. Villa started to walk him down, and it seemed like he got stronger as Rashidi got weaker. In the 11th round, we see Villa step up and drop Rashidi with a shot. Boom. Rashidi get up. He was able to find to the end of the round. Then, this is what happened. Depending on who you're rooting for, it could have been a storytell finish or a blatant robbery. But Villa's corner told him you need a knockout to win. So Villa went out to do just like that. The Hispanic Ivan Drago went out there and let it all go for broke. He dropped Rashidi within a minute 23 left in the last round. Rashidi tried to bounce around and fight off, but fatigue had set in, and Villa came with full force. Rashidi tried to fight back as Villa was swarming him and fighting him, and then with 2 seconds left in the 12th round, Rashidi was dropped again. Got a standing 8 count, and we went to the bell. Rashidi lost on the cards 114-112 on 2 cards and a 113-113 draw, which is surprising because Rashidi won the first 8 rounds of the fight, but it was some controversy. People looked around, said it should at least been a draw or Rashidi winning, but hey, you gotta win the championship rounds when you in fight. That knocks off the super fight between Rashidi Ellis and Jerron Boots Ennis, but maybe they can run it back, we don't know. But Jerron Boots Ennis went in there and fought the hardest fight of his life. Jerron Ennis' knockout streak was broken tonight when he fought against Karen Chukadin. Karen Chukadin, the number 4 rank for the IBF, sat there and taught Jerron Ennis something that he hasn't seen before. Karen Chukadin was on his bike the whole night, and Jerron Ennis was trying to cut the ring off. He did so superbly at some points, but that's one thing he needs to go back into the ring and work on. He has to work on cutting the ring off. Then Chukadin had Jerron Ennis frustrated, swinging wildly, missing that air. He has to settle down, but we also got to remember Jerron Ennis is still under 25. But Karen was his toughest fight. He lost unanimously to Jerron Boots Ennis, but you can't take nothing away from Jerron Boots Ennis because he was fighting a world-class fighter who knew the sweet signs of moving your feet. Karen had a brilliant display of riding that bike, hitting and moving. And Boots would catch up at times and pop him and put some pain on him, but the entire night, Karen bobbed, weaved, hit, slipped, and dived. I give him an A+ in defense. And Boots, he did a great job not taking nothing from him, but that was his chance on the PBC, on pay-per-view. to make a big impression, and he fell short. He looked real strong, but he also looked vulnerable out there. Now people finally seen holes in Jerron Boots in his game. If you stand in front of him and trade, you're in trouble. But if you can get on your bike and move, you can make him frustrated, you can make him miss. His accuracy was real low when he has to keep resetting. But overall, he did a great job. It was a great fight, and now he's the IBF intern champion. On a highly contested card on Warriors, every fight, there was no fight that was predictable. Tank Davis came in to fight the rising warrior that beat Chris Colbert and beat Roger Gutierrez, the 130 champ who was bigger than Tank Davis, Hector Garcia. It was a back and forth fight, round for round, both trading blows. Hector Garcia was up going into the 8th round by 1 round. And then, on a pull counter, Tank hit him with an overhand, snapping his neck back. Hit him so hard, Hector Garcia lost vision, pinched the nerve and couldn't see for an up period of time, so they ended the fight with him on the stool. And Tank got another knockout, backflipped off the top rope. The man is unstoppable. The card was unbeatable. PBC is phenomenal. Great fight, guys. Great card all the way around, from the undercard to the undercard to the main event. Tank just showed us that he's legendary. And Hector Garcia, shout out to you. Ain't nothing wrong against what happened to you, because you came out there, you gave it a fight, you fought like a warrior. But everybody goes down to Tank, and that's all.